All right. What's up? What's up? So we have, according to Law and Crime, we have 45 minutes. The video that I'm going to play is 38 minutes. I couldn't have said things better myself. The problem is, as I said to her, please don't put me in the same category as Betty. But I understood why she did it. This needs to be heard. It comes from the truth, who used to be the light truth. We used to be close. We had a fallout going back a couple of years. She was actually one of the first people to ever stick up for me against the drama community. Then we had a falling out, and now I think she just pretends to hate me so her audience who doesn't like me. I really believe that. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and play it. I will drop the link. The video only has 400 views so far. This video needs to be heard, and it needs to be heard across the board. So she did do an amazing job. I agree. So I'm going to go ahead and play without further ado so our timing is correct. And listen up. I already told her don't strike me. Where am I here? Hold on. Now, let me also add, Tracy's been in the community as long as I have, if not longer.
Yep.
So don't think oh, she's new or she doesn't know. Yeah. She's been here a long time. And she comes from the Dolly Routier people. Dolly Routier Facebook, I believe. All right, here we go. Feel free to share. Feel free to sub up to her.
Good morning. It's going to be short and sweet. So, listen up, Queen Bee. I click onto YouTube, and we all know that Queen Bee is not true crime. She's a drama channel. But it says, bringing awareness to, I don't even know the lady's name that's missing because I haven't followed the case, which is why I thought I'd listen to Queen Bee because she was going to tell us all about the case and bring awareness to it. But you know what you click onto? You click onto her feeding that parasite, Bullhorn Betty. Bye, T-Pack. Bye, T-Pack. Ain't nobody wants your trash here. Queen Bee wants to act like she's any better than this tragedy pimp. She has some of the worst people in this community on her panel and in her chat that has done some of the worst shit that has gone on around here. But she wants to put a victim's name in her title, hashtag it. Hell, she has everybody but God hashtagged.
Now, for those of you that are new, let me just explain. That is a no-no in true crime. That is a no-no in drama. It is something we established a long time ago, which is why Tracy is so pissed off about it. It's like old OG rules. You don't do that.
And all she's doing is her daily drama on that parasite, Bullhorn Betty. Take the lady's name out of your title until you're ready to talk about her. I don't claim to be true crime. And then that crazy Adeline says, well, maybe I'll go over on her Facebook. Bitch, you crybaby bitch. You got a bullhorn knocked out of your hand and cried for 2 weeks over it. You all ain't no better than the people, the parasites that you're feeding. None. Yeah, I used to tune into Queen Bee. I used to like her. But she's turned into the tragedy pimps that she so hates. Her and B. Tim and, oh my God, let's not forget Voices and the shit that woman has done in this community. Savage Live and the shit she's done in this community. Hey, Monkey Mar. You know what I don't do, Queen Bee? I don't pretend to care about victims. That's what I don't do. I don't come on here and pretend to care about victims. I don't hashtag victims and then sit and drag somebody for hours and hours and hours. That's what I don't do. That's how you got your 10,000 subs. Was feeding the parasites that you talk about every single day. I never compared what went on with AWP to what Bullhorn Betty is doing. I never compared the two. Bullhorn Betty is fully aware of the fact that she's breaking the law. I don't know, Monkey Mar. I used to, when she first came on the scene, I thought, oh, good, fresh eyes, a new, you know what? If I come up missing or someone in my family comes up missing, I don't want any of these bitches covering it. Okay? I'll let chasing cover it.
Let me just point out, Tracy, chasing sits on Queen Bee's panel. Just saying. I've seen Tracy over there a lot. Tracy meaning chasing. So don't think she's not drama.
Gray Hughes. Or somebody that really does true crime. But she's bringing awareness to the lady that Bullhorn Betty had something shitty to say about. Keep feeding those parasites. Keep feeding them, Queen Bee. You're doing good. You're keeping them alive. You are their blood supply. You're doing very good. And in the meantime, chasing does do a great job. Monkey Mar does a great job.
Okay, Monkey Mar sits and works with Jim Terry, so no respect there at all whatsoever.
This is a sock. Clearly, I support Queen, but the minute I voiced a differing opinion in the chat, they all, of course, they do fire. Just like they started calling me names when I went up on her panel and said, hey, I thought this was bringing awareness about a missing woman. And it isn't. It's going at freaking Bullhorn Betty and probably Molly here in a minute and Laura and then look at her hashtags. You're no better, Queen Bee. Won't you go over there and jump on Skid Row squares with Jenny, Jen, and the rest of them who pretend to give a shit about other people? How about that? And don't tell me you ain't no fucking mood, because you don't move me, Queen Bee. None of your people move me. She is exactly like the others. She is no different than the ones that she calls out every single day. And I didn't compare the situations of the AWP, but I'll tell you what, there was one person who took full responsibility for that, and that was Duty Ron.
So let me just explain that real fast. The only one that acknowledged how wrong he was Duty Ron. The rest of them make excuses and deny it when they were all just as wrong as Duty Ron. Tracy went up on Queen Bee's panel to remind her that she also illegally streamed a video, and we all heard it. And Queen Bee pretty much denied it. So that's kind of what pissed her off. But that Skid Row squares, funniest shit I heard all day.
Because y'all want to fuck around and you want to find out. What you did that day was you cost a victim another 2 weeks before they could get back in there and testify. Bullhorn Betty saying she's going to restream this. If she does it, she can go to jail. Who cares? If she restreams the babies from Cal City, then pick up the phone, one of you, not 30 of you, pick up the phone, call the courts, tell them they're being restreamed, by who, send them the link, and let the courts deal with her. She's not bringing awareness to nothing that we don't already know. Just like Savage is not bringing awareness to anything that we don't already know. You don't come into a community that's already built and everybody knows each other and bring awareness to us about people that we've been around for years. It doesn't work that way. We are fully aware of these people, but most of the sane people don't fuck with them. Why? Because the more you fuck with them, the more they get to breathe life onto this platform. That's why you don't see me get up here and go live every single day about Bullhorn Betty or Laura or Molly or let's see, who else do they? Well, that's just about their. You know, I'm a firm believer. The more you feed some of these people, you're doing exactly what Molly Golightly has always said. Say her name, say her name. When people quit talking about you, that's when you've got to worry about it. And you think Bullhorn Betty doesn't know this shit? Exactly. She's not true crime nor awareness. She is flat out drama. That's it. But to tag a victim and say you're bringing awareness to it. If that was my family member and my family member was tagged in your live stream, and I know, oh, Eileen up there, she's already had contact with the family. Yeah, you don't get any more fucking reaching than that. Quit calling these families. Quit contacting these people. They're not reaching out to you saying, help me. Bitch over there saying, Savage put me in my place. Fuck you. Savage has never put me in my place and never fucking will. Of all people, you have Voices as one of your fucking spokespeople. Have you heard the shit that woman has said on here? You're as selective, Queen Bee, as anybody else on here is. Don't even act like you're not. You pick and choose who it's okay to be derogatory or who to be this or who to be that. As long as they're your friend, you don't fucking call it out. So quit acting like you're anything about awareness. Fucking title while you're going to sit up there and act like you give a shit. You know, people who really do true crime actually look into the case. They actually know exactly what it's about. How much of the case do you know about? How much awareness you going to bring to Sarah? Because I'm going to sit up here and be honest. I don't know shit about it, but I will look into it. And I won't depend on somebody like you for the information. You ain't no better than the rest of them, Queen Bee. And I really, really had high hopes that you were going to be different. I really did have high hopes, but you ain't a bit better than the rest of them. Hello, Knitting. I'm sorry I'm not acknowledging the chat. And like I said, I'm not going to stay on long. But I wasn't going to sit up there on her panel and let her drag up her 6 or 7 fucking idiots to pile up on me. And then when I jump down, she's like, today ain't the day. Today is not the day. I don't give a fuck. It's Monday. Every day is the day around here, Queen Bee. That's all Savage knows how to do, Tawanda, is to sit up on a panel and call somebody a whore. Ooh, that hurts. Why don't you just be honest, Queen Bee? You got your 10,000 subs feeding parasites. That's what you got your 10,000 subs off of. You didn't get it off being a tragedy pimp exposer. Because you're all fucking tragedy pimps. You sit there and make money off of talking about tragedy pimps. And then you go dig up these families and drag them on your panels. Just like you did with Billy Joe. And what you don't understand, every time you drag a victim's family member and share, you're the same way. Yeah, come into our community and tell us how it's going to be. Nah, I don't think so. But you jeopardize as many cases as anybody else does. I don't know why you think you're so big, bad, Queen Bee. You're not. And like I said, you have some of the worst of this community in your chat, on your panel, as your so-called friends. But you overlook their behavior, right? You got a bitch up there that made fake in the middle of a pandemic where hundreds of thousands of people were dying. Yeah, they are two peas in a pod, her and Cher. A little boy's still missing. Nobody has any idea where baby Quentin is. And they put out a sign giving prompts to fucking Cher's channel. And you want me to feel sorry for that family? No. No. Now, as far as these nuts out running around yelling and screaming in front of these homes, Molly should have got her ass shot when she was in Florida. That is the truth. When she went up on the Laundrie's property, the Laundries had every right to pull out a pistol and put a cap in her ass. But you didn't see normal people going live talking about it every single day. Not normal people. Crazy people did, not normal people. Because you know what? By going live every single day and talking about it every single day, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, you ain't doing nothing but giving them a blood supply. But as long as you're making money and notoriety, good for you. Good for you. If I ever do choose to cover a case, I promise you, I will not be hashtagging family members while I'm dragging YouTubers. Tim B, Tim, whatever in the freak his name is just as goofy as the rest of them up there. Yeah, and taking channels down. Who in the world do you people think you are? But get up there and act like a badass. Bitch, you ain't no badder than the next one. And yeah, it did piss me right off to look at her title saying that she was going to bring awareness to Sarah. And the first thing out of her mouth was drama about dumbass bullhorn Betty. So you look like as big a clown as bullhorn Betty does. But you know what? I had hope for you, Queen Bee. I know for a long time bullhorn Betty was hopeless. I've known that for a long time. I only had to watch her twice to figure her out. It took me a little longer to figure you out, Queen Bee. Because when you first started, you started off good. But then you jumped on the tragedy pimp train with Savage and Jenny Jin Jin. And that's where you got your numbers. So you decided to ride it out a little bit longer. And now that's all you do. So do me a favor, Queen Bee. Be real. Take Sarah's name out of the damn title until you're truly ready to talk about her case. Because it makes you no better than the people that you're doing the drama on. And come over here and look on my channel. Did I ever claim to be a true crime channel? There's only one case I think I've ever really discussed on here, and it's Darlie Routier. By the way, she got some testing, more testing approved, but so I don't know whose Discord I'm in, but they have Queen Bee under true crime. Please move her to the drama community when it pops up. I'm not a special lady, James. Thank you. I'm a normal lady with a normal brain who sits back and watches all this bullshit and says, but wait. It's like somebody puts out a horrible, disgusting video or a clip or whatever, and they all replay it over and over and over as if it wasn't bad enough the first time around. Let's everybody replay the clip because it was going to get better somehow. Oh, Laura did this, man. Listen to this clip. Listen to this clip of Laura, man. It's freaking horrible. It's freaking horrible.
Didn't I just say all this the other day? Like, why are you replaying it if it's so awful?
Horrible. Well, if it's that bad, why would you replay it over and over and over and over again? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand these people, but I'm not going to just sit back. When I click onto YouTube and it says, bringing awareness to a missing person, and when I click on, it's about dumbass bullhorn Betty and Laura. Now, explain to me how talking about Bullhorn Betty is going to help find this woman. You know what? I guess the old saying is, if you want it done, you want it done right, do it your damn self. So from now on, when these so-called true crime channels post that they're going to go live about a case. Hey, BlackRock. And you tune in, and instead of talking about the actual case, they have to fill their chat with hundreds and hundreds of chatters by doing drama first. Because as soon as they start talking about the actual case, people are going to leave. Right. Queen saying in relation to voices, but that was 6 months ago. But hey, let's bring up 4-year-old clips of Laura and MGL and whoever else. That makes sense. But in the middle of a pandemic, people on.
Crystal, I forgot about that. Valoma paid Queen Bee to teach her how to use StreamYards. Yes, you heard that correctly. Valoma, I don't even like you, and I would have done it for free.
On here that actually lost family members to that horrific freaking virus. And you got voices out handing out fucking vax cards. And some people who chose not to get the vaccine had to suffer the consequences, whatever it was. They couldn't go into a restaurant. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. Whatever it was, they had to suffer those consequences because they chose not to get the vaccine. That was their right. But as long as you knew voiceless, just pick up the phone, give her a call. She'll get you a vax card. And then she'll wish your pregnant daughter-in-law rips from her vagina to her toenails and has 99 hours of hard birth. I don't care how you feel about Natasha Cooper. Her daughter didn't deserve that. But we'll forgive her because it was 6 months ago. Voices is always lying, picking up bodies on 9/11. Bitch, you couldn't pick up a gallon of milk and a bag of potatoes. And what a thing to lie about, voices. What a thing to lie about. Let's water down what the real first responders did that day, okay? By saying you were out there picking up bodies. You lying stack of shit. You nasty old coot. That's almost like stolen valor. No. And I don't even care for Natasha. But why would that woman sit there and say the horrible things she said about Natasha's daughter? I mean, to me, Natasha's nothing but a fucking charity case. When she wakes up every day trying to figure out what she's going to go fund, well, I'm going to do a GoFundMe so I can go to the casino today. Whatever. The voice is saying she was out there picking up bodies during 9/11. Shame on you. Shame on you. And God bless those that had to witness that. God bless those that really were doing that. Hey, Katie Bird. Hey, Sin. You're nasty. Nasty.
Let me just say real fast, Pepper, if you're still in here. Like you said, Tracy don't like me. I still like Tracy. Whether she likes me or not, I still like her. That's a difference between me and most. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you can't like them back. And I like Tracy and always have, except when we fought. So if she don't like me, so be it. I still like her. And I will still promote her and drop her link all day long.
Trisha, not Trish. Yeah, I woke up and I wasn't in a bad mood, and I'm still not in a bad mood. I'm going to go watch my trial here in just a second, just like every other day of the week. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to pretend to come on here and care about victims when all I want to do is drag a crowd doing drama. Sarah Dreyer. If you really want to know the scoop on Sarah Dreyer, then I suggest you don't go to Queen Bee's. At least not for the first 6 hours of her live, because it's all going to be about feeding a parasite like Bullhorn Betty. It's all going to be about replaying Laura's live streams as if we missed them. Well, I did miss them because I chose not to watch them. Yeah, they're saving the community. Thank God. Thank God we have a total stranger come in here off the streets and tell us all about the people that we've already known for years. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Praise the heavens above. What would we do without all these total strangers coming in off the streets and telling us daily about the parasites that we've known for years in our own community? And guess what? We tolerated them. Because why? Because we're not cancel culture. Just like we tolerate you all, you new people. We tolerate you because we don't believe in canceling you. But trust me, if you weren't going around yanking down live streams, Jenny Jen, there's many of things that could be found in live streams that you could be reported for. Along with many of us. All right, I've had my rage. I'm over it. I will no longer be tuning in to Queen Bee because she's a fraud. And I don't care nothing about your personal life, Queen Bee. Doesn't move me. Don't care what you've done. The donations are going to start drying up. And people are going to have to learn to take care of themselves off of YouTube. We got all kinds of shit going on in the real world. All kinds of shit. Yes, I do feel better. Now, while I'm watching the trial, I'm going to Google a little bit about Sarah Dreyer to find out the circumstances around her missing. And I'm going to say a little prayer that her family finds her and they get some peace. But I'm not going to hashtag her. And I'm not going to pretend like that I'm some sort of community savior If you're looking for redemption, don't come here. I know, I saw that, Sergeant Blackrock. We're getting ready to go into the summer where people do their summer vacays and shit. Of course it's going back up. We have a crooked government. It is what it is. But with that, I'm off here. Queen Bee, go fuck yourself. You ain't no better than the rest of them. Pick and choose who the good guys are and who the bad guys are, okay? Because ain't nobody really listening to you anyways. They just go in there to see a shit show. That's it. All right, guys. I'll see you around the tubes. I'm going to watch my trial.
That is one of the best lives Tracy has ever done. Just saying. So yeah, me and Tracy have a long history together, going back a couple of years. So she just said everything that we all want to say. And honestly, Tracy, and I've always said this about Tracy, she does it in a way that you almost feel like your grandmother's yelling at you. And I think that's why she gets her point across so well, because you just kind of listen and you're like, okay. But she's always been like that. And back in the day, she was the first one to stick up for me and go live about it. And go live about all the bullshit that I got. So, yeah. And then we had a fight, and it was what it was. And I don't know if she likes me or not. But her people definitely... She would never tell her people if she did like me. That I know. But, yeah, I thought she did an amazing job. And she didn't get a lot of views on it. And it needed to be out there. People needed to hear this. And I wanted to promote her because it was just, she said everything that was dead on. But let's just say I am not a fucking parasite. Don't put me in the same category as Betty, ever. But I'm also not a true crime channel. I'm a case discussion channel, which puts me in a whole different category. And I keep telling Molly, she needs to tell people that. She's not true crime. She discusses certain cases. That's it. Gray use, true crime. Totally true crime. Mariah, you're too dumb to be in here. Goodbye. And yes, Tracy did smoke for a long time. I saw the comments. She does still smoke. She also had cancer. We always made fun of her voice. See, I didn't see Savage. I rarely watch Queen Bee. I did watch when Tracy was on. Kumi, I just ignore people like that. They're not even worth responding to. I'm going to just call her mom now because I literally feel like she just sat everyone down on the couch and fussed at us all with a belt in her hand, ranted and walked out of the room. Exactly. And Haley, she hasn't done a rant like this in a long time. And she could get nasty, but Tracy, myself, Molly, we're old school drama community. Whether people want to admit it or not, we are old school drama. And all this bullshit is nothing but bullshit. Caught back in 3 minutes. See, we have perfect timing. See, but unlike others, I'm going to stick to the rules of what we established a long time ago, and that you don't mix true crime and drama. You don't mix it. Like, it's like me just running the live right now because I have 332 people in here. So let me just run the live straight and not even worry that we just did a whole drama stream. That's not going to happen. That's what Queen Bee does.
Can you work for me today?
Hold on, what?
Can you work for me today?
Can I work for you today? Sure.
Okay.
I got to do my own work today. No, Tracy doesn't curse. I mean, she curses, but not like, she's not a New Yorker. So she doesn't get like all irate and curse like I do. But she's very logical. And I agree with Haley. It's like she sat you down on the couch and she yelled at all of us with a paddle in hand. And that's Tracy. But she is very logical. So, all right, I'm going to cut this now, and I'm going to be live in a second with the trial. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Sub up to Tracy, and I will see you all in 5 minutes.